Yeah. Are we on now? Yeah, sorry, cancer. SYC. Hold on, sorry. No, it's SWC.
SYC.
You know what I'm saying?
Whose show is this?
Hey, come on. Yeah. SWC. Deon, you want to take it?
I got it.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Another Tuesday down. We're about to wrap.
Go, D.
Yeah, I can't hear the beat.
You can't hear the beat?
I thought y'all fixed that.
Go ahead, D. Go ahead. Do the best you can.
I can't hear it.
He can't hear it. He can't hear it in his ears. He needs a headphone that works. Sometimes he feels like the whole company wants to jerk him around downtown. Damn. What's up, Malik? You can't get with the sound? ABC style. Yeah. All right, you got it. Now, I'm getting better. I don't care what you guys say. I'm getting better at this. I'm getting better at this shit, man. I'm getting better at this shit. My brother, how you doing, buddy?
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon to you.
Well.
Thank you so much for giving us the bat signal yesterday so we can do this. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was all planning on doing a long bike ride, but I said, fuck it, man. Work comes first. So I said, I'm good. I was happy.
Well, I'm sorry to deny
No, don't be sorry. No, I'm glad to do this, bro.
And 12-degree weather, but
no, it's 40 degrees here. It's like a heat wave here. It feels good, bro.
What?
Yeah,
moving on up.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what the exact temperature
chart. I bet you if you sit in the sun, it'd be a little bit warmer too. Yeah. That table look bright as hell.
It's 46, but it feels like 39, dude. It's like a heat wave down here right now. I mean, yeah, white people out there, they're literally outside suntanning right now. It's incredible.
Wyatt, are you wearing shorts again?
Wyatt's in a bikini, in a bikini right now. A thong. He's in a thong. I know. Can you believe it? Yeah, I know.
What? Don't put up with the banana hammock while I'm away, because when I come back, he's gonna try it, and then I'm gonna have to fuck him up.
Yeah, whatever, man. But he's good though. We're all good, man. We're all good. How about you?
I'm all right, man. I'm just trying to get through this. We had 3 more weeks, so
okay, that's good, man. I was reading in the paper. This dude, I don't know if you heard about it. Some dude in Ohio just he died. He had a gender reveal party, right?
My God!
For his kid, and he was making the explosives for it, and it blew up in his face and killed him. So I guess the gender reveal is the kid's going to be an orphan.
That is absolutely, positively the most terrible thing you've ever said.
It is, but it's going to be a long show because I'm in a horrible mood. So yeah, it's good.
The gender reveal was orphan.
Yeah, he's an orphan because the daddy.
Who are you, Daniel Tosh? What is going on?
The daddy gone. He gone. It's kind of messed up, but it's messed up. But
I don't understand why people go through such great lengths to find out whether they're having a boy or girl. To me, it doesn't make any sense. It's ridiculous. Like, just pick a blue or a pink or purple or whatever color. It's not worth dying over. It's not worth burning down California over. It's not worth getting a federal case over. These people just go above and beyond, and it always backfires. Like, bro,
when the kid can understand, like, where's Daddy? Well, Daddy had to go to prison because as soon as the gender reveal party happened, it burned down half of California, and they put Daddy in jail, and that's why we're going to public schools now.
Yeah, they did not accept his excuse that it was an accident.
So you see what damage you've already caused. Kids are a motherfucker, man. You did a little party. What's it gonna be? Remember the old days? You didn't know. You were just surprised. Remember those days?
Like when we were born? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the 50s and 60s were like, what's it gonna be? I don't know. I just hope it's healthy. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I don't know. I just don't want it to be a girl. You know, you're an old school dude.
What are you, China?
Back in the day, them old school dudes. Yeah, I just want a boy. You know, it wasn't no. I just want it to be healthy. It's like I don't care what it is. I just want it to be a boy. You know what I mean? Yeah. And now
they would beat their wife if it was a little girl.
Yeah, like, oh shit. You know,
and secretly love the little girl more than the wife.
Well,
because they were disappointed in her that she didn't give him a boy.
Well, it's easy to. I mean, you can separate the kid from. It's almost like being a comic. You know those comics who are assholes. You don't like them, but their act is funny. You know what I mean? You ever met those people?
Can you name one?
Eddie Griffin. That was
I never met him. So.
Right off the top of the head, Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin. Like if I never ran into him again, it'd be too soon. But he's a funny dude, man. He's got good stuff. Brilliant. He really is. He's brilliant. We ain't on that bullshit. Like drunk or something like that. He never said drugs, but yeah. I mean, if I never ran into him again or whatever, it'd be too soon. But funny wise, he's brilliant. But yeah, I wouldn't want to work with him again. I'm trying to think of another one. I was like, this guy's an asshole. I'm trying to think.
I can tell you who's an asshole and his act isn't funny.
Oh. Tell me, please.
Harry Spears.
Oh my, he looks like a raccoon now, doesn't he? With the way his, you ever see his eyes?
He always has.
You know what I think happened, honestly? I think he thought Jerry Maguire was going to be bigger. I mean, he was going to get more work from Jerry Maguire. And he killed it in Jerry Maguire, but man, you know,
how hard is it to kill going, yay, that's my brother?
Well,
I mean, squeezing a football. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but you're in a hit movie, though. You think everybody would have got a little bit of cheese from that, but he didn't. So I understand it. I mean, and he was on Mad TV. I mean, I think he got Mad TV the same. I was up for. I can't say I was
a dick.
I can't say I was up for the same role, but we were. I think he was cast. I think I had 3 auditions for Mad TV. I had one. I thought, okay, this is whatever. I thought the girl was being fake. She goes, oh my God. And I was like, whatever. I'm just, So then I got another one. And I said, okay. But man, I was so broke. I literally was so broke. I had just enough money to get to Kansas City. Just enough to get to Kansas City. And so when they paid me, it was going to last me for the week. So man, I had to go. And I remember her saying, the audition, I think it was on a Tuesday. And I think that week was Thursday, I think it was Wednesday through Sunday, right? So, and you know how you're broke or whatever, or you ain't, or you riding dirty. You know how to get, by. You know how to skate by.
Of course.
So what I would do is, I rented a car. Right, this is before Uber, so but so I rented a car just for a day rental. So I knew the money they were going to charge on the car wasn't going to be that much. So I charged it for a day rental. They would hold the money, but I had enough to eat, whatever. So day rental. When actually I needed it for the whole week. And I would just call them, oh, listen, I just need it for another day. And I wouldn't call them at all. They'd be calling me. I'd just wait till Sunday, go, here's your car back. So I had a day rent. I had just enough money. And I remember after it was on a Tuesday, I auditioned. She goes, oh my God. She goes, are you going to be around this week? I go, yeah. But I had to go. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I was driving. And I looked at my phone and it was LA. And I called to go, hey, Mad TV wants to see you again. I go, man, I'm in Kansas City. And I just remember they going, okay. And they hung up the phone. And man, dude, I remember that, man. That one hurt. To this day, I still remember. I remember I think it was a fall
You could have
back.
had Mad TV and you chose Kansas City?
Dude, you understand. At this time, I think Judy had dropped me. I basically had nobody. So I was struggling to survive. And like I said, I had just enough money to get there. So, I mean, I literally was selling CDs to eat. Literally. It's Columbia House CDs. I was selling those to eat. Ramen noodles. Because I could sell those for maybe $5. That's 50 ramen noodles back in the day. So I was literally living that bad, and I had to go, and I just remember them going, okay, and he hung the phone up, and it ain't been right since.
Yeah, you chose wrong, bro. You could have been hungry.
I mean, but
they'd have had catering at Mad TV.
But who'd say I would have got it? I just had to audition, and I don't know if I would have got it.
Hey, that's fine. Kansas City would have rebooked you.
Man, I don't. Man.
Would you call Kansas City and be like, "Yo, I got this Mad TV audition"?
No. It doesn't work that way because L.A. and the clubs, they do not go hand in hand. Because I remember one time being in the middle of nowhere in Kearney, Nebraska, and this guy called me and goes, hey, BT, you open tomorrow night? I go, yeah, why? He goes, Kevin Hart just fucked me, man. And I said, okay, this is before Kevin Hart was really big, at least before I knew him. So I got a gig from because Kevin Hart had something to do in L.A., whatever, right? And this was when I still lived in L.A. So the next week, I was at Dublin's too. It was the second Dublin's. And I remember, and I saw Kevin Hart. I knew what he looked like, but he wasn't big to me. You know what I mean? He wasn't really that big yet. And I go, hey, man, because of you, I got some work. He goes, all right, man. I just remember that was all he said was, all right, man. And he just walked on. And I go, oh, no big deal. And now looking back on it, I mean, I got work from him because of that. But L.A. and LA, that business and the road and comedy clubs, they don't mix because I've seen that happen many a time. Like the comic cancels the day of the gig because they got to do something in LA, and that's just how it is. I mean, I've benefited from that in that instance, but there's 2 instances where I didn't. And that Mad TV audition was one, and there was one I had an audition for this movie that Alan Payne was in. And I played like they were a gang. I was a gang member. And that's one of the best auditions I ever did, dude. That was when I couldn't afford acting class. I had to figure it out on my own, and the role I was like, okay, I can do this. And I went in. I remember, man, I went in. It was the director. It was a producer. Dude, I wasn't all hyped up like I normally am. I was just like cool and shit. And I was like the killer. And I was like a killer dude. And I did the monologue all like, seriously, like I had been around, like I was born in the hood and shit. Like I had killed people. And I go, that's why I don't give a fuck, man. And I remember and the director was like, wow. He looked at me like, wow. And he gave me I think a callback for it. But again, I was broke as fuck. And it was either do go back for a callback for the movie or go to Florida State and get that money. And at the time, my manager was like, I think, it's up to you. And I go, fuck. And I was broke. And I go, I think I go to Florida
Your
State.
manager couldn't have loaned you no money? What kind of manager is that?
And she was broke too at the time. And now and at one time, all the specials went through her. I mean, she's still big time now. And it's like, yeah, think about it. And then I went to Florida State and had one of the worst shows of my fucking life. And I was like, God damn it, and I saw that movie when it came out. I go, that's the character I would have played. And man, that shit, it's like seeing the girlfriend you broke up with for another girl, and that girl turns to be a piece of shit. And the girl you broke up with is now she's like maybe lost some weight, looking good, a millionaire. And she's go, oh hey, and she's driving a Ferrari. You go, damn, I want a Ferrari too. And she's like, oh hey T, and she just keeps on walking. You go, damn, I fucked up.
I don't mean to laugh at your misfortunes, but you chose shitty comedy shows over Hollywood twice.
Dude, yeah, you should laugh. I'm an idiot. I mean, twice. I was that broke twice, and I couldn't borrow from anybody. I was saying my cousin, I couldn't borrow from him because I'd already borrowed from him before, and you can't keep doing that. And I was like, God,
bro, you're black. You could be hungry for a couple of days. It's all right. It's all right. We've been eating our dreams for years.
We've been eating our dreams. Yeah, them dreams. Yeah, and now look at me. So yeah, man, it was like, I mean, it made some really bad decisions back in the day. Hell, even now, but still, it's like, man, I keep every day I go, just give me one more shot. Just give me one more shot. That's all I ask for, man. I mean, I do. I'm almost on my knees every day going, just give me one more shot, please. Please. I do, man. And, honestly, I moved here.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I feel like a crackhead. Come on, man. Just give me one more shot. I want that one big one. Like I didn't get that audition last week for Chicago PD that I wanted. You know what I mean? But that's part of it. But I thought I did a good shot on that because my acting teacher was like, that was good. And we sent it in. She read with me. And when I'm with her, I feel so much more confident, So we did it over Zoom and we taped it and I sent it to, the people, the powers that be at Chicago PD didn't get it. And I was like, fuck. So, it's just one of the things, but man, it's like, I just want one more fucking shot. I just remember I got here in 2006, and it's 2021, and honestly, not a day goes by, I don't go, God, I just one more shot, please. Just one more legit shot, please. Every day, please. I don't think about that, man. I mean, literally. People say that shit, and you go, yeah, but literally, like, please, just one more shot, please.
Hopefully it'll come.
Yeah, I mean,
Hopefully.
that's why I'm so happy for you, man. You're where I want to be. I'm like, oh, good for you. But it's not. But don't get me wrong. There's no envy though. There's no jealousy. There's no jealousy at all. I'm like, I'm so fucking happy for you. You doing that shit. Honestly, sometimes
I'm glad you're not jealous. Well, there's literally nothing to be jealous of.
Yeah, it is. But it'd be like this. You tell if I'd be like, hey man, I'm happy for you, Deon, and talking to my teeth and shit. So man, like y'all need anybody help on the show? Like you can just tell motherfuckers are all. when they don't really mean it. I'm happy for you, D. You know what I mean? That jealousy.
I know a lot of comics like that. Oh yeah, I'm happy. Like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
And you don't need to lie to my face. Yeah. Like, it's fine. I know you're not happy. I know you wish you were me. It's all good. I'm like there's a lot of local comics there, Indy, who will smile in your face and talk shit behind your back like it won't get back to you. So.
Yeah, it's indie. Matter of fact, motherfucker, I remember one shit. This is not business related, but I remember what you said to me. Said about me behind my back. I thought it was funny though, and I laughed about it because I was.
What did I say?
I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, remember no names, but a girl I was smashing back in the day, right? And so I think I was gonna try to smash that night, and you asked her, say, I think we were talking, and she said. You ask her, where you going? You go, I'm going to meet BT at TGI Fridays. It used to be my spot, TGI Fridays. Remember that? And,
yes, I do.
And you go, and you said, and I quote, you fucking that old nigga? Do you remember that? Do you remember what girl I'm talking about? Do you remember?
I know what girl you're talking about. I don't remember saying that to her. I'm not saying I didn't say it to her. I'm just saying
because she said it.
I probably did say it.
I know you did. And I was like, and I had to laugh. Go, he said that, huh? And I had to laugh because she goes, Deon said, you fucking that old nigga? And I go,
she said the N-word?
And I go, and that's why I go, what'd you just say? And she started laughing. I go, well, what'd you just say? She goes, well, Deon said it. And I said, okay. So I know you said it. And I had to laugh.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I remember because she came over to my house drunk.
Yeah, I know. I think she told me that. I think, you and her told me that. I think in separate.
And I was
separately.
yeah, whoa.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't tell her where I live. I don't know how she got to my house. I never gave her my address.
Women find a way. Women always find a way. They always find a way. And then they play stupid. Oh, I don't know how I got here. Oh my God. But yeah, you know what? Women have never said that shit to me. You know what I mean?
What? I didn't know how I got here.
No. Here's the one.
I hope they've never said that to you.
I remember this one girl was like, she wanted me to choke her, right? And like, we're having sex, and she put her hand like to put on and go, oh, this is what you want. And afterwards, she was like, well, I'll never be asking you to do that again. She goes, you took that hint mighty well. I go, well, you know.
I'll never forget the first time that happened to me with this girl. We're doing it, everything's great, and then she just grabs my hand and puts it on her neck, and she's like, choke me, and I'm like, whoa. It killed the mood. I was like, you can't just spring that on somebody who's never choked people. I come from domestic violence. This triggered me.
Man, you crazy.
I needed therapy after that.
You crazy. Like I said, all I need is one, like, because I'm single, so I got to be like,
you feeling around,
yeah, like,
uncomfortable,
putting
a little pressure on her chest.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like hot. You know what I mean? Like okay.
warmer.
Yeah. Warmer. You know what I'm about to do. You know, because most of the girls are white, so I got to be careful. I can't be like, do that. No,
exactly.
Do that, and then all of a sudden be like, you gonna call me? Nope. Oh, really? And officer, look. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
The first chick I choked was black, and that's what threw me off because I didn't know black chicks were into that. She was the first black chick that was like, choke me, and I was like, okay, am I doing it right? Because I never done it before.
But you know what's messed up is that you have to think that way because I mean you think that the stereotype. It's almost messed up that you think stereotypically in bed like I know black chicks, but why wouldn't they be? You know what I mean? I mean I think we go with the stereotype, but why wouldn't they be? I mean,
because they deal with the same oppression as us black men, so it's weird that they want to be oppressed in the bedroom. But it was a mind freak for me. I still do it. Don't get me wrong. Like, it didn't ruin it for me.
But in bed though, I think everything goes out the window as far as like your I can't say morals, but it's like okay, it's like feminists. Do you really think a feminist in bed is gonna be like, okay, we're gonna do it standing up and looking at each other in the eye because we're gonna be equals. We're equal in bed. Now I think she would really want to be like bent over and be like and just rail and pull her hair and then once you were out in the street, I want to be treated like a.
It's clear you've never had sex with a feminist.
like a feminist, like a hardcore, like that kind of feminist. I mean, like, hey, because I think it's like this. It's like,
hey, Malik, tell them they want to be equal all the time.
No, I mean, okay, it's like this. Okay, it's like there's a lot of
when you get done fucking a feminist, she wants to fuck you.
Well, let me tell you. Okay, here's where I got this from because I remember like I forget what it was. I think I was watching a documentary anyway, where the powerful businessmen they'll go to like they call girls or hookers, and they want to be dominated.
Get dominated.
Yeah. So why wouldn't it be that way with a feminist? Okay, she might think we're equal, and she doesn't hate men, but she wants to. And so, but when it comes to the bedroom, that's a totally different. I mean, because I
want to reiterate that I was kidding. I've never had sex with a hardcore feminist, so I don't know if they peg afterward, but that would be the assumption.
Take this. I am not going to go for your oppression. Ow, ow, ow.
Yeah, you don't like it either.
So, no, but I just think in bed, it's a totally different thing with women in bed. I don't care how strong of a woman you are, independent woman in bed, I think they want that man.
I would agree with that a lot of powerful women like to be submissive in the bedroom.
I mean, I don't know. I never really had a powerful woman though. You know what I mean? Like I've had like, don't pull my hair. Like, all right. You know what I mean? And then that kills the mood sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, like I remember when this girl goes, don't pull my hair. And I go, all right. And then I was like, this is going to be fun. You know what I mean? I was kind of pissy. Like, let's finish this up real quick. You know what I mean? I was like, and I was kind of pissy. And
it's like, you beg your mom to go out and then she takes you to a place you don't like. You're like, oh, fine, I guess I'll go.
I'll drop you off at the skating arena. I'll be back in 2 hours. I don't want to goddamn skating. You know what I mean? But but that's what it's like though. So I don't know. I mean, I never had a hardcore feminist, at least that I know of. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think, but I take that back. Yeah, I did, and she was kind of annoying. It was back before that shit was like, in. So it was back in my college days. But I didn't really like her. But she was always like, yeah, she was like one of those people. Like if you say something. And she would always go, well, how about a man? What if a man did it? And I was like, oh shit. And then we get to bed, and then we, start having sex, and it'd be, yeah. So she was kind of that way in a way. In a way, she was kind of that way. It was like,
she tried to stick her fingers in your butt.
I don't think she did because, yeah, I don't think she did. She did. No, she did. But she got mad one time. I went ahead, and she was like, and she was she's the one that said it, come in like between class or skip class and I'll give you it. I go, okay, well shit. Fuck this class. So I was sitting on a chair like, here we go. I was all excited. You're in college. Anytime, I don't say college, but anytime, college, you're on your deathbed. Who doesn't want head, right? So I'm like all excited and shit. So the way she
on your deathbed. Oh yeah.
Dad, your last wishes, head and some macaroni and cheese. Because think about it, macaroni, two things you never outgrow. You never outgrow as a man, macaroni and cheese and head, and probably feeling a titty. I mean, that's the three things you never outgrow. On my deathbed, I want macaroni and cheese. I want to feel a titty. Like I want my nurse to come in and go, hey, Mr. T, you're almost, hold on for a second.
We gotta get Sherry to show up on your deathbed so you can get some elbow titty right before you clock out.
Sherry Grace. Ooh, I know. I keep saying her real name, but yeah. So anyway, she was supposed to give me head, right? And so, but the way it turned out, we couldn't get in a comfortable position. She kept bitching about it. She's the one that brought it up, but she goes, "We try to do it on the bed." She goes, "I can't get comfortable." And she goes, and I go, "You're ruining the mood." And then she had to like get on her knees, and she goes, and then she got pissed off because I said get on her knees. She goes, "Well, that's kind of a dominating position, and that's where men dominate." And I go, come on, man, you don't want to brought it up, you know what I mean? So I'm sitting there going, just come on, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, it is kind of a demeaning position, but you're the one that brought it up, and you're the one that want to do it, and you can't find a good position. So, hey,
First of all, how does she not have a plan? Like if you're gonna offer the services, you should know exactly how you're gonna provide those services.
Yeah,
like
it's a woman.
Don't put it on BT for you to get comfortable. You should.
And I couldn't get mad because she said she was gonna give me head, so I'm like I couldn't go. Would you hurry up? But so I'm just like, come on, and I'm like, come on. She goes, well, this is kind of demeaning because I'm on my knees and I'm going, yeah, but I'm like,
why don't you just sit her on the corner of the bed and stand up?
Oh, that's even worse. That's even worse. Okay, it's over. You know what I mean? She gets all mad like, God. And so I'm sitting there going, I almost said, just fuck it. I almost said that. You know how mad you got to be as a kid in college, and you're getting to me and going, you know what? Fuck it. I don't need this shit in my life. But I
have definitely pulled my dick back on more than one occasion. Like, you know
really?
what?
Really?
I'm cool. You're getting on my nerves. I got to go.
Once that dick gets out, it's pretty much it's game on. It's game on. It's like having a stomach ache when you play the Super Bowl. You know what? My stomach don't feel right, but fuck it, it's a Super Bowl. You got to man up. Ooh, that don't feel right, but you know what?
I'm glad you brought up the Super Bowl because I had a dream that Dan Marino won a Super Bowl last night.
Really? That's a weird dream. That Dan Marino won a Super Bowl?
It was really, and we fist bumped. I was like, finally, you got a Super Bowl.
You fist bumped Dan Marino. Of all the dreams,
I don't even like the Dolphins or Dan Marino.
That's weird. How did you?
Bruh, I have no idea. It was the craziest dream. The Dolphins finally won the Super Bowl, and I had a real Lombardi trophy in my hand.
Yeah. And
Dan Marino didn't want to pick up the trophy because he was afraid he was going to drop it. And I was like, you hold it like this, Dan, you hold it like this. But he wasn't a player. He was just part of the organization. And they were like, everybody was like cheering, Dan Marino, yo, hold the trophy. You finally got one, blah, 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 right? And so he's all hesitant. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm in the front row. It's in Miami. I'm like, Dan, like this, like this, like this, hold it like this. And he sees me and he's like, I think I can do this.
Dan Marino looked at you and took advice from you.
He goes and picks up the trophy and we're both holding them up and then we fist bump with our other. I hate the Dolphins. I'm not a Dan Marino fan. I don't care if he ever got a Super Bowl or not. It's the craziest dream I've ever had.
Man, the fact that you and Dan Marino are like almost buddies, y'all are fist bumping and shit, that's hilarious to me. Hey, Dan.
The only thing that was missing was Ace Ventura, bro. Like,
Laces out, Dan.
you got any more of that gum?
I was thinking, speaking of football, you know what's funny is that I saw, I don't know if you saw where Herschel Walker was talking about he didn't want reparations. Did you see that?
Yeah, he's a clown. That guy.
He said he didn't want reparations, and he said he talked to because he goes, "Who's going to pay for that?" And he goes, "Is it going to come out of our pocket? And why?" He goes, "I'm expected." Something about the Bible into it. Something about if I expect to forgive my oppressors or whatever, something like that, then I should. Then why should I expect them to pay? I mean, it was just weird. And then he asked his mom for that
because they're righting a wrong. You can forgive them, but they still have to right their wrong. Just because you offer forgiveness doesn't mean nothing needs to be done. If I slap you and then say I'm sorry, you're still going to feel the pain, and you would expect me, the person who hit you, to show remorse other than just begging you to forgive me for what I did. That's stupid. He's been hit in the head too many times.
Okay, so how do you? I mean, honestly, it's almost like I look back in the summer. I remember something Malik said, something about the how Black Lives Matter. How we'll see when it comes wintertime, which we'll see. And it's like I'm thinking, what came out of that from the summer? I mean, what?
Honestly, what really did happen, fortunately, is people started to have the conversation. But you know how Americans are. Our attention spans are super short. And the second they started opening things back up again is the second people forgot about it. So it helped that we got to have a conversation finally after, 400 some odd years, and then you take the civil rights movement where everybody was forced to look at it. And then that kind of died down. But like, we gave you a black president. It's like everything's good now. It's like, no, everything's not good, even though we made a little bit of quote unquote progress. Like we're still dealing with the same things. So people had to sit down and actually face that. Nowadays, no one can say they don't know what's going on. That was this is a weird word to use, but that was the beauty of the George Floyd situation is it made everybody's eyes were on it. And so there was no more denial of the truth. That
the reveal, basically.
Police brutality is an actual thing. This cop kneeling on George Floyd's neck for 8 minutes and 43 seconds. Nobody could deny that happened because of a fake $20 bill and racism. Like you can't deny that. You cannot deny that. You always hear people say, well, I never see it. So I don't know what you're talking about. Like, well, everybody saw that. Everybody's seen that video and everybody knows what those protests were actually about. So you can't, the I don't know excuse is finally invalidated.
It's like in a way I fail to see like that people didn't see. I mean, they didn't know what was going on. Like to me, you have to be just totally blind. To me, it's like, okay, if you do all these TikTok videos to hip hop and you listen to hip hop and you watch the sports and everything, but after that you don't know what's going on. You turn the blind like police brutality. What I mean, I just failed to believe that people were that clueless. I think they knew. But they were like, no, those guys used to be gang members, or those guys, whatever they tried to make validate in their own head. That's what I think. And then that video came out, and plus we were on lockdown. That's one of the few good things from lockdown that came out. That there was nothing else on TV, and like, oh God, you forced to look at that, like, oh my gosh, okay, this is happening for real. So yeah, in a way, because I remember I had a couple of friends who I thought, really, you didn't know, but they actually really didn't, and I've seen them change. Like this one DJ I know from Texas in El Paso, like he like I went back and did his show, like he did like a 180, man. He was like really like on our side, like, oh my God, like, can you believe this? What they did to the people? And I'm like, wow. I mean, like he really changed. And I'm like, that's good.
It opened people's eyes.
Well, that's good. But as far as the reparations part, now I remember like they were talking about Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben. And I was thinking, okay, if you really feel that in your heart, then what you do is just write a check out to the descendants of that family for however long that business started. To where his family from the likeness that you used, and Aunt Jemima the same thing too, and use that likeness, and you write a check out from the beginning of when that company started, and you start using that likeness until the present day, and write a check out and keep writing that check out. and they should be having some of those profits because they're making profits off of those likenesses. Because I mean, they use my likeness in a bank right now. I got a pretty decent check. It was for 2 years, so I can't do a commercial for a bank if in the next 2 years. So the same thing goes with them. I mean, they've been using Aunt Jemima's likeness. I've been eating pancakes for years, and I remember Aunt Jemima being on the cover. So you write that check out, and then that's a step forward. You know, we talking all this shit. Let's back the shit up with a little bit of this. You know what I mean?
Again,
yeah, that shuts people up. This shuts
yeah.
people up a lot. If you give us this, and you'll be surprised how much we shut up. That's why sometimes, except for LeBron, God bless. That's why I love LeBron. But except for LeBron, a lot of those athletes don't take a stance because if you're getting paid really well, why should you? So if you give us a little this, you help our community out, and you don't do some old fuck shit. Let me tell you something, man. If you treat people right. In the law, I mean, granted, there's going to be some fuck-ups, don't get me wrong. You're always going to have that little bit of element, but it would make things a lot better. You use that money and you give it either the descendants that money, which the descendants should get that money, and you put it in those communities, make schools better, make public schools better, pay the teachers, you know, and start telling the real story of history. You would be surprised how much it would change. It's going to take at least a good 20 for it to change for the better. At least a good 20. It won't happen in my lifetime. But, I mean, that's what, hey, so instead of talking about it, I want you to be about it. You got that money. Don't act like you don't.
They're not about, because talk gets to placate a lot of people. You know, you can say, oh, yeah, we're going to look internally and figure out, and then nothing happens. It happens all the time. Look at the Seattle Mariners guy. Did you hear about what happened to him?
No.
Hey, Malik, pull up the Seattle Mariners CEO. He just got in trouble because he went on he blasted his players publicly. He was being like he was talking about his Dominican players not being able to speak English. There's a Japanese guy in the organization who still has an interpreter, and he was talking about his English. He got in trouble for all this stuff that he said, but he had been saying crap like this for years, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna fix my wrongs and blah blah. They finally got rid of this dude yesterday after the comments went viral, and it's like,
I'm reading it right now. Seattle Mariners Chief Executive.
Go ahead, read it out loud.
Seattle Mariners Chief Executive Kevin Mather resigned Monday after the public revelation of a disastrous appearance before a local Rotary Club in which he disparaged foreign players for their English skills, potentially alienating top prospects heralded as the franchise's saviors, and insulted the team's most veteran leader. If that weren't enough, Mather also incurred the wrath of Major League Baseball and the Players Union by admitting to what the Major League Baseball Players Association views as bad faith tactics teams use to delay their top prospects' free agency. Go down a little more, Malik. Go down a little more. His marks to the local Rotarian over the week. It was on YouTube over the weekend. Man, what else? He says comments were inappropriate. Get to the comment. Can you get to the comments? It describes his comments as highly disturbing. Either way, it's like, honestly, with all the shit going on, how can you not realize that it's gonna get out? Bruh, everything gets out now.
This isn't the first time it's gotten out.
It's not the first time, but I mean, this is like 1950s or 60s. This is 2021. I mean, it's going to get out.
He did it over online. It was online as he was doing it. So again, these dudes feel like nobody can touch them. They can say whatever they want. They can get away with bull crap. Like Major League Baseball is the one sport here in America that has not changed very much.
But they have the best players union in all of sports. They're the best players union in all the sports.
But the ownership of Major League Baseball is very, very old school.
Oh, my God, yes.
Very, very old school.
Yeah.
Which is why the game doesn't grow here in America. Like it's the slowest growing sport of the major sports leagues.
Well, because if you look at the way society is now, everything's fast paced, everything's blah, 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 right? And baseball is kind of still slow.
It's got a huge image problem because of the fact that they're so against change. They don't do anything to get young people involved in the game. And you think about all these old cats, the people who still vote on the Hall of Fame, and like it's to me, Major League Baseball is it is a good old boy club.
It's almost a relic.
That's what it is.
It's almost a relic of a sport. You know what I mean? I mean, football plays into the now. Basketball definitely plays into the now. You know what I mean? And baseball is it's almost like, man, baseball's almost segregating in a way. I mean, that's why I think it's kind of funny that the best players are the foreign players that can't speak English in a way. In a way, I kind of like that. Like, I don't want to bring these guys in, but so they bring these guys in, they can't speak English. But if they can win for your ball club, who gives a shit? And maybe it's your fault that your team ain't been relevant in years. You know, maybe it's your fault. Seriously, it's your fault they haven't been relevant. So, you know, you can get mad all you want to, but if you're the GM or whatever, the buck stops with you. Am I not right? So either you're not recruiting, and you know what? If you want an all-white team, which is almost basically what you're saying, well, go out and get them and see how good you are, because you're not doing this shit now. So go out and
you already know how that goes.
Yeah.
You already know. There is an all-white team. They're called the Washington Generals. They never fucking win.
Yeah,
Globetrotters be beating that ass.
That's true. That's true. Okay, but there's something I want to ask. How do you feel about them, especially after watching Judas and the Black Messiah?
I watched that yesterday.
Oh, what did you think? What did you think?
Man, so that that scene where you talk, I am a revolutionary.
Yeah.
Man, as soon as that scene hit, I was like, now I know exactly how BT felt, because I was yelling that shit too.
Right? I mean, honestly, did you not? I mean, I'm sure you watched it at home, right? You watched it where you're at, right? Where you're at.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I mean, I understand why you had to, but when you're in a theater and you're sitting there, and just to me, a theater is where movies should be watched. Honestly, it's just
absolutely.
Me. But man, when he was like, I do this for the people. Why? Because I love the people. Man, when he's doing that, dude, I mean, I'm ready, dude. I was all clenched up and saying, I am a revolutionary. And he's doing, I'm just going, oh my God. And so when you see Herbert Hoover, how much of an asshole he was, I just kind of feel like, honestly, like his name should never be on any building at all. You know what I mean? Like, I feel the way. How do you feel about that? Racists having their names on them.
J. Edgar Hoover, Herbert Hoover, who was the president.
Yeah.
So,
well,
I know who you meant. Yes, I concur, 100% concur with you. I don't think his name should be on anything. I think. Again, this just goes back to fixing the issues that we have in this country. Mm-hmm. Like, we need to recognize, you know what? This guy was bad. This was bad policy. We need to apologize for it. We need to make reparations for it. Yeah. And then we need to move forward. So there's a scene where the FBI agents, like, they're asking him about his kids. And he's like, why are you asking me about my infant daughter? And he's like, well, what are you going to do when your infant daughter brings home a black guy?
Yeah.
And he's like, she wouldn't do that. And he's like, how do you know? You know, this one guy, Fred Hampton, might start a revolution, and before you know it, our whole way of life is gone. I was like, oh, so your way of life. I mean, he said it in the quote.
Yeah.
That's their way of life. That's their way of life. People don't understand how systemic racism is. It's a way of life. It's a system.
Yeah.
And people just don't get it. They literally don't get it.
Man, when he said that, I go, I mean, I just thought that movie was so well written. Especially that scene right there, it made me just go, oh my God. And just how Lakeith, how he changed, you know what I mean? How his character changed when he started getting with that dude. He thought remember he walked to the restaurant and he just threw his coat to the black dude that was the coat guy. He kind of threw, you know what I mean? He started thinking he was too big. He was too big. But at the very end, that real character, when they show the interview with the real character, and they go, how do you think your position in history is going to change? And he goes, it remains to be seen. And at the very end, you find out what happened. And
he killed himself.
And you go, good. I mean, it's almost like, but I think he did. I think he watched that documentary and he was in whatever. Well, I haven't watched that, and I think he realized, damn, what have I become?
Eyes on the prize too.
Oh my God, that's why that movie was so good. So I'm glad you watched it. You know what I'm talking about.
It's frustrating to see how they got the Black Panthers, but it's how they always get us, man. That's they always sneak a rat in, and they get him.
They got Malcolm that way too. They got Malcolm that way too.
The rat doesn't have the courage to just take his punishment, for the betterment of all people. Like, that's the real sacrifice. But how great would it have been if in real life Bill O'Neill was like, he told Fred Hampton, hey man, this is what I did before meeting you. This is how they got me strung over. Let's give them some false information, and just had the FBI running wild goose chases until they locked them up. But
I know. But
it takes a certain level of courage and guts, and I understand why he wanted to get away.
He had to save himself. He had to save his ass.
He had to say, and at the end of the day, I understand that. Whether I like it or not, I understand it.
That burden, man. He had to carry that burden on his heart. I mean, and that's why I love how
when he had that dream. Yeah, I'm not a rat. Don't kill me. And then bang.
great with that. And when he said, you want something to drink? And he knew. Oh my God, man. Woo, that movie was so damn good, bro. Okay, so
see, I'm having dreams about Dan Marino. So that tells you I'm not a rat.
Okay, well, here, how about this? Okay, so now, but this is funny. I agree with his name shouldn't be on any buildings, but when it comes to sports, like, you think that makes a difference if somebody makes a Hall of Fame if they were a racist? Because me personally, it's like, I mean, and it sounds so hypocritical.
That's why I don't lead any credence to like the good old days. Like, y'all didn't play against the best players.
Yeah.
So, okay, you got great numbers against whack competition.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you go look at the Baseball Hall of Fame, it's filled with racists. And they don't want to put Barry Bonds in because he did steroids while everybody else was doing it. Yeah. He would have made the Hall of Fame without steroids. So to me, baseball is just whack in that regard.
But Barry fucked himself, though. He could have been. He was a Hall of Famer before, and then he got jealous of Mark McGwire.
He did baseball.
They all did. It's almost like that song from Jay-Z. They turned around and investigated us. You know, they gave us drugs and then turned around and investigated us. It's my favorite Jay-Z song. I forget the name of it. It's off the one with Big Pimpin' on. Anyway, so and basically what it is like, you remember after the strike, nobody was watching that shit, and then Sammy and Mark start hitting them home runs.
Saved baseball.
With steroids. And
guess who gave them the steroids? Guess who turned a blind eye to steroids?
Who gave it?
Baseball did. You think baseball didn't hook them people up with those nutritionists? Come on now.
And
come on. You think baseball had no idea? You think football has no idea about brain injuries? You think they didn't know?
Matter of fact,
hey, how negligent do you think these billion-dollar companies are? Come on, that's just ridiculous. It's the same thing with the government. You think they didn't know they were poisoning people?
With the what?
They knew.
With the
everybody knows.
Say again. With the what now? With the what? I didn't hear that. He said
the government's poisoning people. They were poisoning people in St. Louis. They were testing out the Tuskegee experiments. They've been treating American citizens like garbage. The government knows about it, and it's plausible deniability. Oh, if I act like I didn't know, then you can't prove that I didn't. It's that whole line of crap. It's like, oh, just burn the evidence. It's the same thing with aliens. We've known aliens existed for years, and they're just now releasing the shit. Like, come on, y'all.
I mean,
everybody expects you to be like, oh, well, how could this be? It's the same thing with the Clintons and Trump. They all do dirt. They know they're doing dirt, and they get away with it. It's a load of crap. Like, people need to be more aware of the bullshit that they're being fed. You're gonna come up with this. I'm not saying this vaccine's not going to work, but I'm just saying, like, they know the reasons behind why things are happening, and they act like they don't. Oh, this just shocked me. It's like, no, it's not a meteor coming from outer space. We monitor all meteors. You know what I mean? It's like, we know of the things that are causing us harm, and it's just like, well, if nobody else knows, we can get away with it for as long as we can get away with it.
Well, I think they know how much it's vexing our natural resources. So if this many people are on the earth, like,
oh, absolutely.
So they go, well, we can afford to lose this many. You know what I mean? And with the knowledge out, Men in Black now. If you look at Men in Black now, that's like a documentary in a way. Now I look at it like, wait a minute, you know what I mean? Seriously. Now I'm like, here's what I seriously believe. I believe that there's aliens walking around right now on this earth, and they've taken human form. And they've taken human form. Because remember this movie years ago? I know you don't remember because I was a kid, so you were. Yeah, you don't say it. But I was a kid, and it was called Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And what happened was aliens would, I don't know if they kill people, but they would get inside their bodies or take their human form and walk around amongst us. It's called Invasion of the Body Snatcher. I remember that shit. And at first you're like, it's just a movie, and now you want to go back and go, whoa. I mean, honestly, it's like some of that shit is like, wow, it blows your mind. And I believe that. I believe some aliens will walk around as human beings. That's why sometimes you go, man, that shit wasn't right, and maybe that's it. Maybe it's, I mean, honestly, there's some things in life that you go, that shouldn't be. I believe
Malik, can you picture what body snatcher taking his human body to the dry cleaners? I got dirt all over this guy.
I believe that though, man.
What are you talking about, BT?
I believe that. I believe there's aliens walk around. They've taken human form, and like people who know, like, how does this person
what a waste of your alien life to become a human. Like, you don't have nothing better to do than to walk around amongst our raggedy asses.
Well, because
why don't you just become a chimp and throw shit? Well, like, it's a waste of your brain power.
Well, they realize that and they got the fuck out. That's why let's go, and they crash. Remember that? They're like, let's get they crash. Remember like in Roswell, but a lot of UFO those sightings happen close to military bases, if you notice that, because they've been studying us, and that's why and they were going to help us and give us all this information, and they realized these people are crazy. If you watch Aliens 2 and Prometheus, they were going to give us all this alien knowledge. Don't laugh at me. They were going to give us all this alien knowledge, and then they were like, these guys are going to destroy, because what we were destructive people. After World War II, and we blew up Hiroshima and Nagasaki. We blew up those. They were like, nah, we're not giving these, because all they're gonna do is destroy each other. So we're not gonna give them this information. And if you watch Aliens, they said that. He goes, why should we give the humans all this knowledge? He goes, they're just gonna destroy it or destroy each other. And that's why they said you might as well destroy them. So they start killing. Remember that? And
I love that your alien knowledge is based off movies.
No.
I find that hilarious.
I watch documentaries too on this stuff, man. Trust me, I don't just whistle Dixie, bro. I know what I'm talking about, bro. Okay, I know you think I'm just making this shit up. It's the truth, man. You can laugh at me all you want to, but the truth will be revealed, brother. You never know. I mean, seriously.
I'm pretty sure I know.
Okay.
No alien's gonna waste his life by putting on a human costume and getting a 9 to 5 because he can't get back to alien home. Like what? What are you talking about?
But we don't know though, because our brain is conditioned that we don't think outside.
Yeah, we do.
No,
every
we don't.
Time somebody dies, they get an autopsy. What are you talking about? That we haven't cut anybody open. Like, oh shit, this guy's got an alien inside of him.
But we know
the galaxy's on Orion's belt. What are you talking about?
But no one said that though, because we don't know, because no one's ever said. I mean, if somebody found out it was an alien that died, they couldn't go, hey, guess what I found, guys? The government would be like, shh, you can't. The government would come in like that and go, if this gets out, trust me, we will kill you and your family. Hey, trust me, I believe that's happening. I think it's great we're on Mars right now. I think it's great we're on Mars, and I hope they find something on Mars. I think it's kind of cool.
You know what they're gonna find on Mars?
What?
Dirt. Lots more dirt.
And a sign that goes, Mars needs women. Remember that from that song? Remember being in the dance club back in the dance club days? And that thing goes, Mars needs women. Remember that? It was a dance.
I don't know what dance club you were going
to.
That
was back in 19 whatever, but still. It goes, Mars
the
needs
dance
women.
Clubs I go to, they weren't talking about aliens. They were talking about shake that ass with me. Just shake that. We don't want to talk about no Mars.
You know, I was thinking we could have got Me Too'd back in those days. Remember like the old 1990, like in the 19 when you were like post up on a girl like this, like the Wild Bee here, and you post up her here and she couldn't get away, you'd be talking to her like this. And
I was underage all throughout the 90s, brother.
all throughout the 90s.
All throughout the 90s.
All throughout the 90s.
I was 10 in 94.
You ain't got to say it like that, man. That can't hurt my feelings. You ain't got to say it like that. So you didn't. So, okay.
So I wasn't getting Me Too'd in the 90s is what I'm trying to tell you. So don't say we.
All I'm going to say is if there was a videotape of me dancing to Push It Real Good by the Salt and Pepper, I'd be a lot of dudes. There'd be a lot of dudes in court right now. You know what I mean? Because I remember Push It Real, and the girls get the dun, and they can put their leg right here on your shoulder. You be dancing with them like, dude, back in those days, in the club days, I remember leaving the club just drenched in sweat, dancing like, this is crazy. And the girls, before you knew about twerking, they were kind of twerking, but not really twerking, because they didn't call it twerking, but they were kind of twerking. Remember those days? They get a skirt.
Twerking's been around since like the 1600s, bro.
1600s. Like,
yeah.
Drop the beat.
Man, you ain't seen them African girls. Part of their dances, the salsa dancing and the belly shaking and the popping the parts of your. Yeah, that's twerking. They
were twerking in the 1600s. So you trying to tell me Leonardo da Vinci met his wife because she was twerking on him? Did all those monk chants. Drop the beat. Leonardo, how'd you beat your wife? Well, I was going to write this clever saying, and then she dropped that booty and made it pop. And next thing you know,
he was an inventor, man. Everybody knows you get some ass twerked in your face, you get real creative.
But they had nothing to base that off of. Because I wonder how they looked back in the day, like the asses looked back in the day. Like, was it like, ugh? I mean, if we looked at it now, back then they had nothing to base. They didn't have.
You see all those paintings with those plain-faced white chicks with their round titties hanging out over one.
Oh, that's beautiful. And
they all had those muffin tops
Oh, big, just glumps of like, blah, blah, you know, they eating yeast and shit, and badass fucking diets and shit, you know, eating subs, you know.
Like, yeah, I need to learn how to take selfies because this is not a good look.
Yeah, like Mona Lisa was just a plain old ugly ass. I mean, wasn't she plain?
I still don't understand why that's such a great painting. I really don't.
If she was a shit back in the day, man, holy I would have went through and just been smashing every. If she was one he picked, imagine ones. Imagine just a regular everyday, just you know. What I mean? if she was the cream of the crop back in the day, woo, that Tinder must have been horrible.
That Tinder must have been horrible.
They had the worst Tinder. Like, oh my god, I want to do a painting of a beautiful woman, but.
Can you imagine etching your likeness into a tablet and having to do scroll on stone? That's where Braille came from.
That Tinder must have been horrible back in the day, man. Think about that. You know?
Yeah, man. It's just baseball, football, all these people, at some point there needs to be an accountability held. Like, but the government needs to be accountable for lying about aliens for so long. The American people can't handle it. Okay.
No, he's right. He's right on that one. The American people can't. The American people. What can the American people handle?
Exactly. They can't handle anything.
They can handle the truth.
You might as well tell them everything.
Here's what I think is wonderful, right? Here's why I think is great is that everybody, okay, the people who made the voting machines, they're suing the Mr. Pillow guy. They're suing
Giuliani.
They're suing somebody else I saw. Okay, and the Supreme Court finally knocked down like, no, there's nothing wrong with the election. So basically, and I want to say so bad is like, listen, instead of going, they're cheating on the election, how about realizing like, hey, you know what? Not everybody thinks. I think people have finally come to the conclusion, like, you know what? We're sick of being pieces of shit and being this generation. We want to change shit. Instead of going, they cheated, start thinking some people don't want to be stuck in the same way. They want to change shit. And I think that's what happened, especially in a state like Georgia. I mean, it was almost a given.
I mean, it was a concentrated effort by Stacey Abrams to get young people and all people to, look.
That's why she got the Nobel Peace Prize.
Well, she's nominated. Did she win it?
I thought, did she win it, Malik? Do you know? Did she win it?
Did who?
I thought she was.
What was the question?
Stacey Abrams. Did she win the I know she was nominated.
What are you doing over there?
Oh, Wyatt had sent me the Would You Rather question, so I was practicing reading those in my head.
Well, real quick, get the Stacey Abrams.
She's over there watching Men in Black documentaries.
Alien porn.
How do you spell Adam?
Abrams. Abrams.
Abrams. Nope. Did she win a Nobel Peace Prize?
I don't think she won one. I think she was just nominated.
Yeah, nominated for Nobel. Yeah, nominated.
Yeah, I don't think they haven't announced the winners yet. I don't think.
I mean, honestly, I could do that with anybody black from the United States in the next 10 years. I mean, if they really want to do that, you know what I mean?
I mean, they gave it to Obama, and he was dropping bombs every day. So the award.
Go ahead.
The award is kind of watered down from what it used to be.
Hey, man, you know what? I saw this movie this weekend, The Mauritanian. Anyway, I know I messed that up. But anyway, and it was about this dude. It was during 9/11, and they tried to say he was part of the orchestration of it. And he was never formally charged, but he spent 14 years in Guantanamo Bay. Was never formally charged. And out of the 700 prisoners that were in Guantanamo Bay, I think only 4 were convicted of something. I mean, that's horrendous, dude. Like I said, I've been to jail on some shit I didn't do. So I know that feeling. When he went to that cell and the way they showed it, man, I start getting like, I start hyperventilating in the theater because I know that feeling. Okay, there was a time when I was going to jail on a regular because I was riding dirty, whatever. And I should have been, right? And no,
I was going to jail on the regular.
I really was. It was my fault. Okay, so I was kind of used to it. Like, here's what happened. I'm gonna be in for an hour a day, whatever, and I'll get out, I'll bail out, blah blah blah. So I got to the point of, okay, I ain't doing this shit no more. Now, when I got in jail, when I shouldn't have gone, and I hadn't gone a long time, and they put me in, man, I start hyperventilating. I go, when they shut that door, and I wasn't ready for it. Because I said, this part of my life is done, but for some reason, I got caught up again, and they put me in, and man, it was me and this other black dude. We were in Hamilton County, and we were both in. And
of course you were.
Yeah, and we didn't say one word to each other. I was in I went in like at 12, I think 1 or 2 to 9 o'clock at night, and we didn't say one word to each other. It was just me and him, and not hey, what you in for? Nothing. I mean, just me and him in a cell. We didn't say one word to each other. I remember that. But I remember, and so I know that feeling, man. And at the end of the movie, they said that was during the Obama administration. Matter of fact, he was found not guilty. And he thought he was going home. He's found not guilty, but the Obama administration, and they tried to say Obama said, nah, you're still going to stay. So he had to spend an additional, like, 14 years in prison. Oh, man, it was, dude, that hurt my heart, man. I mean,
it's a lot of shit this government does that we, the citizens, allow it to do without checking it because 1, we don't know about it, or 2, we don't care.
But who's going to check them, though? I mean, look at all the abuses going on in China, whatever. Who's going to check them, though? Who's checking them? I mean, it's like
it's the people's responsibility to check power. Did you not watch Judas and the Black Messiah?
Dude, I am a revolutionary. I am a revolutionary. But
it's the people's job. It's our only job when it comes to, your vote is your power. You got to stand up. You got to say,
but if
no,
they do,
this is not acceptable.
They cut their head off the snake.
Yeah, 2 people are too afraid of the sacrifice that they have to make in order to get change. People want to make revolutions in comfort. Like you're never going to start a revolution in comfort. You can't do that. Revolutions are uncomfortable. And everybody's like, well, I'm not giving up what about my family? And it's like, well, what about the future of your family?
Yeah. The kid.
When you co-sign to the bullshit that's going on, you're culpable. That's why they always try to kill the leaders, the people who can get true change. Fred Hampton was 21, 22 years old.
21. He was 21 when they did that to him.
And they murked him out quick
in his sleep.
Why? Because he was uniting everybody. Rednecks, Puerto Ricans, black folk. Everybody. All because they were trying to get better for the people. And it's just like, if you can watch that, if you can learn about the Black Panthers and find out what their actual goal was to make life better for everybody.
And they fed kids in the morning before they went to school. Think about it. So they could learn better.
They had free health care.
Yes. Yeah.
People are like, well, that's communism. I'm like, well, if community
helps
is what if you're part of a community and you're helping, if you're helping your community, you're putting back into your community, what's wrong with that? I don't understand. Like, what's wrong with, because we have many versions of communism all the fucking time. All the fucking time. You put in a group effort in order to achieve a goal. Like, that's all of sports is communism. Like, we're all going to work towards one goal.
That was a neighborhood watch gone good, if you ask me.
Okay, I gotta hit the would you rather questions now.
All right.
It's about that time. I've been practicing.
You've been practicing
in my head, yeah.
You better not fuck up one time, Dan Marino.
Okay.
Laces out, Malik. Laces out.
Okay.
Do you even know what that is, Malik? Did you ever see Ace Ventura?
Ace Ventura?
No. Wyatt
have you seen Ace Ventura, Wyatt? No? Bits and pieces. Jesus Christ.
It's on Netflix.
Dude, I mean, Ace
Jim
Ventura.
Carrey.
Oh my God.
This is why we hate young people. They don't know anything.
I've heard of it.
Hey, sir, you seen Ace Ventura, sir. You seen Ace Ventura, right? Wasn't it one of the best comedies of all time? Wasn't it? Ace Ventura and Talladega Nights.
Oh, yeah. Talladega
Thank
Nights
you, sir.
is good.
Okay, thank you. Ace Ventura is one of the best comedies ever. I say it for for Jim Carrey, what he did, he never did the same joke twice. For a physical comic, my God.
Do you know the dolphin? Does he call you? Is he like, okay.
Okay, the first one.
Hey, when he did the asshole opera, my God, how funny was that? Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, first question. Would you rather be short and well built or tall and fat?
God damn it.
Tall and fat, baby.
I like how fat. Like baby, like Notorious B.I.G. fat.
Yeah. Give me tall and girthy. Absolutely.
Tall and girthy. Yeah.
That's what you're going with, BT. Okay. Second one. Would you rather take a guaranteed 100,000 or a 50-50 chance at $1 million?
Guaranteed 100,000. Guaranteed 100,000. I got to go with the 100,000. I mean, at 50-50, fuck that. And then come back to being broke again. Give me the 100,000, then I'll flip it. Give me the 100,000. I find a good.
Yeah, I'm buying a shit ton of Dogecoin.
I'm gonna get me a good drug dealer, and we're gonna go in business together. And
some
then
AMC stock
Yeah.
and some GameStop stock and
GameStop, hell yeah, GameStop. Hey, they shut them motherfuckers down. You got shut down by kids who ride skateboards. Nah, Wall Street. I thought that was great.
You saw how mad they got once people started using the power that they've been using.
Yeah,
against people.
exactly. Go ahead, Malik.
It's out there.
Yeah.
Okay, would you rather eat healthy or exercise regularly? BT, I feel like you do both already.
I do both. Thanks for noticing, Malik. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
I would say exercise regularly because I like to eat
Yeah, exercise. I mean, 'cause
unhealthy.
exercise makes you feel good, man. It really afterwards, you're in that shower. it just
Who's
makes you feel
cooking
good.
the healthy food? Am I cooking it or is the chef cooking it? Because if I'm cooking it, I might as well just go work out. 'Cause shit's gonna taste terrible.
You a bad cook? You a bad cook?
When it comes to eating healthy, yeah, I don't know how to steam vegetables.
Oh my god!
But I know how to marinate a steak though.
I know how to put sriracha sauce on some shit. I do that. So yeah.
Okay, would you rather be super strong or super fast?
Super fast. No,
don't
no,
have
strong. I've never been fast, so you can't lose what you ain't never had. But strong, I've been okay strong, but to be super strong, like lift up a car, like Superman and shit, like how to change a tire, like lift it up with one hand. Yeah, super strong. Fuck it. I've never been fast anyway, so fuck it. Super strong. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to go super strong because if you're super fast and everybody else is slow, you get annoyed.
Yeah. And well,
That would drive you insane. Like, come on, hurry up! I gotta go.
unless you want to beat somebody in line at Subway, which happened last night, I was like, come on, dude, how long does this fucking take? You know what I mean? I can't deal with lines, so yeah, I would have used super fast in, but I'll go with super strong.
Okay, would you rather look weak and be strong or look strong and be weak?
Look weak and be strong. And
Yeah.
that way I can knock a motherfucker out because he's fucking with you. Hey, dude, you
Oh,
bam! You know?
Oh, you didn't know I could do that, did you? Oh, yeah. Bet you shut the fuck up next time.
Notice how I threw you across the street with one hand? Yeah. So yeah, definitely look weak and be strong.
Okay, would you rather have a third wrist or a third eye?
A third what?
Third eye.
Third eye.
Okay, next one.
Who wants a wrist? What?
I don't know.
Man, your masturbation game, though. Whoa. 3 wrists?
Stroke.
Whoa. Well, I got to do that again. Running back.
Talk about get 3 wrists and have super speed.
Okay, would you rather be as wide as you are tall or as tall as you are wide?
Wait. I could be as wide as I am tall
What?
or tall as I am wide.
I would rather be as wide as I am tall. Because I'm a thin guy. If I'm as what was the I would be a dwarf. I don't want to be a dwarf.
But I'd be like,
No, the alternative would be if you're as wide as you are tall, then you'd be maybe like 6 foot, so you'd be like that wide.
oh.
But the alternative is you like being like
Yeah, I'd rather be tall. Yeah, I'd rather be like that, what you just said.
a box.
Yeah. I would like a human box. A human box. Okay, yeah.
There'd be a lot of box people walking around.
Yeah. Like with that trucker body, that square ass trucker body. You know, truckers that walk, they got that square ass. Where you been, man? I've been hauling lumber all the way from Wisconsin, man.
Okay, final question. Would you rather age from the neck up or the neck down only?
Oh, age from the neck down.
Neck up.
Neck up?
Yeah.
No, because
Because I can talk a girl out of my face. I can't talk her out of my body.
I don't know, man. I'm a vain motherfucker. I think
she take your shirt off and see it look like melted ice cream. She can be out of there.
Well, first of all, I mean, I would have it real dark. I do it like I do it like an ugly girl. I would do it real dark and keep my shirt on, and then say I'm kinky and tie her up so she couldn't touch my body, and then like do what I do, and then just but make sure she can see my face. And
The
then-
word would get out eventually.
Eventually, but by then it's too late. I already got you.
Already got you. Gosh.
I already got you. Like, girl, he look good, but don't let him take his shirt off, girl. Woo, it is
Hey,
ugly.
man. Black don't crack. So I'm 36. I look 20. By the time I'm your age, I'm gonna look 20. So
And your body does look like it's 20. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Your body looks like it's 20. I mean, seriously, you got that 19-year-old body. I mean, yeah, seriously. I mean, I envy you and how like, oh man, Deon, like I can't.
jealous.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I am. Yeah, but now you know what? That question kind of hits hard with me. I'm like, I'm getting to be that way. You know what I mean? Like, but it's almost the exact opposite. Like, you know, like my I think my body's like until you get to everything's okay till it gets around to the stomach part. It's like ugh, and everything else is okay. Everything else is okay. So that little, it's a like this little 4-inch and that middle-aged spread. Oh, it is ugly. It ain't. Oh, check this out. I know it's totally off the subject, but man, a girl I liked at the gym. Right? Okay. So you know, she always sees me. We talk, whatever. So she was doing like, but she was working out with his other brother, and she was actually working out with him. They were doing chest. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of got a little bit not jealous, but I was like, okay. Like she worked. This big dude, big black dude. I was like, are you serious? But at the same time, Stephanie was there too at the same time. So I was like, I had the best of both worlds. I was like, oh, and Stephanie worked right in front of me. Like I was on the treadmill and she was doing a kettlebell right in front of me. I was like, but there's the mirror. I didn't think about that till now, but the mirror's in front of us. So I'm sure she saw me looking down at her. Like, yeah, she's, bending over at the kettlebell. I'm like, oh,
There's a reason she did the kettlebell right in front of you.
I don't know, man. But
Out of all the spaces in the gym, she had the kettlebell right in front of you. Really?
That's maybe
really,
nah, but she don't really.
Really,
you don't understand, man.
Out of all the spaces in the gym,
yeah,
she's gonna kettlebell right in front of you.
Well, I was on the treadmill, and she just got off her Stairmaster. She just got off her Stairmaster.
And there's no spaces to the left or the right. She gonna do it right in front of you. She knew what she was doing.
Man, she don't think that way about me, but man, I was thinking that way.
It don't
about her.
matter.
And you know, I still want to go up to her and go, I want to say it in a nice way, like, you know what, Stephanie, girl, you still look good, or you know what, ever since I came here in 2006, the one woman I've always thought I really liked was you, but I never said that.
You should say something to her.
Man.
You don't even have. This is what I.
BT's too scared. He's a scary guy.
Look, motherfucker, I ain't scared.
If I were you, I would just do it in a passive way, as you're not expecting anything to come out of it. Hey, I just want to show my appreciation for who you are. Blah 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 blah. Give her the lines that you're gonna give her. Don't expect anything to come back.
I don't.
No. It'll put a seed in her brain. Before you know it, she'll be kettlebelling on that treadmill as you're running.
Kettlebelling on his dick. No, you never. I mean, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think I'm finally gonna say, listen, Stephanie.
Chicken.
I'm gonna say, Stephanie, listen. Ever since I came here, I always thought you were so beautiful, and you still look great. I mean that, and I just want to tell you that, and blah blah, or just find a way to say it to her. And passing, man, you always look good, Steph. Damn, you still look good. But
this is what you do.
What?
You tell her, I'm shooting my shot, but I'm not shooting my shot. I just want to give you this information, and what you do with it is on your own. And then you go on about your day.
Oh shit, that is. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna do that shit. I'm gonna man the fuck up and go, hey, let me holler at you, Steph.
Yeah, treat it like you don't want her.
Like Kenny said, that you don't need it, right? Remember Kenny said that? Like you don't need it. So I'm gonna go to her and say, look, just want to say, blah, blah, blah. Damn, you always look good to me. I'm just selling.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I see you, damn, okay?
Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby.
I think that's what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna shoot my shot with two.
But you're not shooting your shot.
But I will now. I will now.
No, he's not. I give it 20 years. It's been 10
20
plus.
years? I ain't gonna be around no 20. You think I'm gonna be around in 20 years?
Yeah. No, I'm saying like 20 years in total, because it's already been over 10. Or you just been sitting there thinking about it.
But I tell you about that time she gave me a ride to my apartment when I lived in an apartment that one time. She gave me a ride to my apartment one time, and I was just instantly, I go, hey, you want to come in? She's like, no. I remember that. I go, but I said all innocent, hey, I got to go get this. She go, give me a ride? Yeah. We were in her car, and I go, hey, you want to come in? She goes, no. I go, okay. And I got out and got what I needed to get back in the car, but I was like, oh, man, if she would have came in, it would have been, oh.
The trap door would have opened and she would have been stuck with the other girls.
and then put the chain on the lock and go, hey, look, you're already here. You want some ramen? You want some
You're
ramen?
already here is the creepiest thing. You're already here.
You're already
Nobody
here.
wants to hear that.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But still, I would say, hey, you're
That
already
doesn't make
here.
anybody's nipples hard and vagina wet. You're already here. Like, what?
You're already here. And what does that mean? You back to front now. I don't. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. Fuck it, I'm gonna go for it, man. I'm gonna go for it. When I see her
What
next
do you
time,
have to lose?
nothing.
Exactly.
As the notorious B.I.G. said, everything to gain embedded in my brain. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go for it, bro. You only live once on this life, as far as we know. I'm gonna do it.
Just tell her how you feel and roll with it.
I'm gonna do
I
that,
tell
man.
girls how I feel all the time.
How's it work out for you?
Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose.
That's
but
right.
at the end of the day, you're just giving her information.
I'm gonna do it.
What she does with it,
Yeah.
that's on her.
Okay.
You gotta walk those L's off, bro.
Dude, I am. I'm doing
You
it right
don't
now.
always get on base, man. You
Yeah.
don't always get on base.
Yeah.
We talked about baseball. You like baseball?
I don't like that.
We own it.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what.
The
Hey,
upper room.
that's what I'm gonna do, bro. I'm gonna shoot my shot. When I see her next time, I go, "Hey, look, I just want to tell you. I mean, she's still looking good. I mean,
Malik,
she's still,
he gonna be sweaty and gross.
well, we're both at the gym, so we're both sweaty. So you know, I just
Dry your face is what I'm trying to say before you approach her. Don't
well, she's
come up
sweaty
to her.
too, though, because she's always on the Stairmaster.
Okay, but still, you wanna look better than her in the moment. That way, she'll be like, "Oh my God, I look like crap, and he still thinks I'm pretty." Use your brain, bro.
Man, I gotta go for it. I gotta go
He's
for it.
not gonna go. For
I'm
it.
gonna go for
Yeah,
it.
I
He's
know.
scared.
I'm
He's
gonna
gonna
come
psych himself out of it.
I'm
He's
not gonna psych myself
He's
out.
gonna overthink it.
Fuck you guys. Fuck both of you. Both of you. I'm going for it, bro. I'm going for it. I got nothing to lose, man. I'm gonna say, look here, Steph. Hey.
When are you going to the gym again?
Tomorrow, but she comes very sparingly. She works out at 2 gyms, so if I see her, it's like Stephanie's
Watch
here.
her never show up to the gym ever again.
Watch
She's gonna
her.
listen. She's gonna listen to this episode.
She don't even know what I do. She has no idea I'm alive. I mean, other than she's nice to me. She's always been nice to me, but I don't think she knows what I do. I don't think she's even cared.
Is she married?
She had a dude. They got a kid together. They got a house together, but they're not married. They never got married.
Oh, so she's got a man.
She's got a man, but yeah, I mean, but like I said, they never got married.
Well,
They got a house and they got a kid.
Then screw this plan.
Well, you
I
never
thought she
know.
was single.
Maybe that's what she needs though. Maybe she'll. Oh my God, are you willing to put a ring on it? I go right now. If you want me to, we can go to this Meyer right now. They got a jewelry store.
That's what she wants. A Meyer ring.
Hey, just to show her that I'm serious. There's a Meyer like kitty corner. Me and her can leave right there and there.
Why don't you just go and get a Life gummy saver and put it on a ring? Jesus fucking Christ! What are you doing?
Or a candy ring.
Yeah, be corny with it if you're gonna
Dude,
ruin a happy home.
well, we don't know what that home is like though. We don't know. I don't know. I'm still gonna. I'm gonna tell her that and see what she says though. Not the married part, but
I was gonna say, what? That you want to get a Meyer ring and do it right?
No, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna say, hey, listen, I've always thought you. I just want to say that, blah blah blah, and and be all serious. But I do it in a way that like it's not creepy. Like, hey, I just want to say, Steph, ever since I've been going here, man, you've always looked good, and I've always thought you were just, and that's it. I'm gonna do it.
And it's gonna ruin your non-existent friendship.
I wouldn't even call it a friendship. I mean, we're not on Facebook together, or Instagram, so it's not a friendship. So I'm just gonna go for it, bro. I'm gonna go for it.
Hey man, swing for the fences.
I always swing it. Hey, call me Barry Bonds without the steroids. That's what I am. That's what I am, baby. Instead of BB, I'm BT.
Sounds good. All right, we got to wrap this up.
All right, brother. Hey, man, good to see you, man. Good luck on set and everything.
I appreciate that.
So I guess
it's good seeing you, Malik, and Wyatt.
Nice seeing
Is
you
he still
too.
around?
Well, it's right there.
Yeah, he's still around.
Oh, he doesn't have his mic in.
All right, I'll get up with you guys later. Let's wrap this up.
All right, man.
Follow us on all social media at Sorry We're Canceled.
Yeah, all social media on. Thanks for hitting us up on the DMs. Cynthia hits me up on the DMs, so thank you so much on the DMs. We appreciate that, all the messages and everything. So thank you guys for listening. And until then, I'm BT.
I'm Deon Curry.
And like we say about this time, peace.